So there's people that comment on my channel and they say you don't know what's going on, or why don't you talk about the ones that rule you, or you don't know about this, or you don't know about that. I know a lot more than I can fucking talk about, for obvious reasons that the moment you speak about anything, you lose your channel. Now, there are certainly people on the spectrum that would say that I have to do it. Well, because you tell me, and then I lose the channel that I've worked very hard for, that I can get lots of different information out on. But because you demand that I say whatever it is that you want me to say, although you don't have the guts to set your own channel up and go out there and do it because you talk a lot but don't do a lot, you expect me to take all the risk and then maybe get locked up or lose my channel because that's what you want me to do. Here's the thing, this isn't a sprint, this is a marathon, and I'll be around in years to come because I've used my head. What you do with people is you wake them up to certain amounts of information, and then what they do is generally what the rest of us did and start looking at things for themselves. That's our job. We don't just go, it's all them, they're the ones, they're this, they're that, because you lose your channel and then you can't reach the people to start waking them up. But there are extremists, there are people with no social skills, there are utter spurgs that just expect you to do whatever it is that they want their way, and if you don't, you're not good enough, or you haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Some of us have been doing YouTube now for about 7 or 8 years, and some of us have been researching stuff ever since they were in their 20s and 30s. We know who pulls the strings, and if you don't know, and we know what the end goal is, right, we've got that. So what our job is to do is to take somebody from a certain mindset and position and then wake them up a bit, and then hopefully, like what happened to the rest of us, they'll pick up the mantle and they'll run with it. And the moment people start realising how much they've been lied to, generally they get a bit narky about that. But if you just go and blurt it out straight away what it is, or what you think it is, that's it, it's game over, you've lost a channel, then you haven't got a platform that can reach out to people about all topics and talk about that. Now, some people in the past, I've seen them comment at people like Sargon and McCann and many others like that, you're a gatekeeper, or you don't have the balls. No, it's simple. If you can't get out to people anymore, you've lost your platform completely, it's pointless. What you have to do is moderate your language. Now, it might sound like capitulation to a lot of you, but at the end of the day, it is all you have. Because if you lose your ability to speak to people, that's it, you're irrelevant, you've gone, you've got nothing, you can't do anything, and they win. If you can work out how to say stuff in certain ways that you stay on places like this, all the better. For those that aren't satisfied, remember, you don't have to watch. If you don't like it, go and watch somebody that's more to your taste. And the other thing is, the ones that usually kick off the most, the ones that usually spurg out and lose their shit, aren't the ones that ever contribute to any channel at all financially, right? Although I'm working, so I'm pretty alright now, right? They aren't the ones that offer any assistance to any channel. They're the ones that usually put ad blockers up, so you can't even earn any ad revenue off, which all helps to go towards to pay for, say for instance, equipment or whatever. In my time on YouTube, I spent probably about 10 to 15 grand on equipment and getting about, and then you can take into account, because of what I did, the loss of earnings, which has lost me somewhere in the region since the masks and obviously them finding out about my YouTube, anything from 25 grand to about 30 grand, and find out how much I've taken in that time, which would probably be a few grand, okay, and you'll start working out that we're not doing this for the money, we're actually genuine. But the spurgs, all they want to do usually is go, oh, you're a grifter, you're out for the money. Mate, I've put thousands more into doing what I do than I've ever received. All right, thousands. So we can dispatch that stupid little myth. But I do read the comments, and some people are dumb enough to think that people like me haven't got a clue because we're just not saying it. Unlike yourselves, we're not dumb enough to go and blurt it out, get ourselves arrested, lose our channel, and then have absolutely no ability, sorry about the noise, one of us is working, absolutely no ability to get out to the public. What would be the point? Why make all of our effort just to throw it all away because you wanted to put out an edgy one-liner or something like that? It just doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense at all. So this is why we moderate sometimes what we say. And to the idiots out there that want you to do exactly it is what they do, I've got a great idea for you. What you do is you take your anonymous little face and you go and set up a YouTube channel and you start saying exactly is what you think, right? And you do it. Don't make others do it, you do it, right? Now, you might not get any views because I've got a feeling that you probably got the charisma of a Dover soul or a haddock or whatever. And everybody also thinks that YouTube's a piece of piss, right? That idiot in the truck can do it and get subs. People like Paz and other people like that can do it. It must be a piece of piss. And then they set up their YouTube channels, some of them, most of them don't, and they don't get anywhere because, well, it isn't as easy as it looks. But there it is. But what I would say to all of those that would say, for instance, criticise a YouTuber, which there are plenty out there that will, have a go. Show us how, my God, what is that fucking idiot doing? Oh well, patient peanuts, get whatever. If you think you can do it better, try it. You might actually do better. And if you do, hats off to you, credit where it's due and all that kind of thing. But too many people want to be anonymous little faces that tell people on YouTube what to do. My channel was set up for me to say what I think, get it off my plate. It certainly wasn't set up to be directed what to say by anybody. I say what I think, and I give my opinions and views on information that's come out, and that's what people sub to. But there it is. Just thought I'd put this out there because sometimes you look at it, you think, you have no idea what I think. You have no idea what I know. But you assert this either to besmirch or to in some way try to make people look stupid, when all you've done is made yourself look stupid because you haven't got the fucking foggiest about what I know or what other people like Paz and other people who do YouTube know. Just because they're not saying exactly what it is you want them to say doesn't mean they don't know it. They've just got brains that maybe you're lacking in them. But there you are. Little rant over and done with. Just a thought. Anyway, see you in a bit.